we are back. This is the beginning of the Stanbic Entebbe match play uh, series championship. You have about 7 months of competition, really, leading up to the eventual winners. So today we're having the qualifiers in Entebbe Club. And of course, it's been a good turnout. We thank everyone that registered, everyone that has participated. I know that it was a bit an earlier start than usual. So of course you have some issues with turn up because people have other things. They're trying to situate themselves and prepare themselves for the year. This year we have a touch of corporate social responsibility. Throughout the series, all the golfers that appear for this tournament and pay their green fees, a percentage of that of their green fees is going to go towards the Entebbe General Referral Hospital, which is in need of a number of things. One of them, of course, being to help the women who will be giving birth in those hospitals with maternal, basically to help maternal health, really. Many of these ladies are not well off or disadvantaged, so this is going to go a long way in giving them those packages that they need and also other kind of machinery. So we are partnering with, of course, Stanbic Bank. We are partnering with Uganda Airlines. We are partnering with DSTV for business. We are partnering with CIFAO and, of course, AfriCEF. And they are going to be giving prizes towards where golfers can buy some of these prizes or participate in these things. And all this money is going to be collected at the end of the series. We shall be able to donate whatever we have collected throughout the series, throughout the 7 months, to Entebbe General Referral Hospital. CIFAO and their partners, AfriCEF, have been so kind to offer a car. The car was, today particularly, the car was on hole number 2. So if you hit a hole in one on hole number 2, but no one has hit it today, then you would win that car. But then all the other par 3s had a bike from, of course, CIFAO again. It's a very nice bike. I wouldn't even call it a diggy because it's not exactly like the ones that you see in town, not the borders. This is a little bit more classier, more big. It's bigger, more powerful. So we had that on any par 3 where anyone got a hole in one, they would go home with this bike. So we are very grateful to CIFAO and AfriCEF to offer this up. Unfortunately, we have not had anyone hitting a hole in one. Unfortunately, my people, my grounds people here, I think they didn't get the memo correct. They really set very hard pins. So the chance of winning the car or the bike was very hard. The pin placements were very, very hard pin placements. I'll have a talk with them for the next editions. Let's make it a little bit, let's put the percentage of winning a little bit higher than it was today. As you know, the format is people declare their partners, who they're playing, who they're going to consider for the match play. But however, you could not play with your partner. So your partners were grouped in you played at different times, or rather maybe at the same time, but whether you were playing back 9 and the other person was playing front 9. So you didn't play in the same group as your partner. Now at the end of the round, we shall get your score, your net score, and get your partner's net score, and we add the two. And then we shall find the number that is appropriate to go through. We would want about 64 pairs. We are probably more than 64 pairs. However, we shall get what the average will be, and we'll say this is the cutoff. So I think last year it was about 162 or something like that, thereabouts. We don't know what it's going to be today. But I suspect that it will be more than that because I don't think people have brought very excellent scores today. The normal golf game, you're playing against yourself, you're playing against the course. You don't mind who you're playing with. Their score matters to only them. But with match play, it is a partnership thing. You partner up with someone and their score, for example, these qualifiers, their score really matters, because their score will go towards the average. and that will determine whether you qualify for the main event or you'll just get into the subsidiary event, which is also very a fun thing, because remember, each edition we have subsidiary trophies and prizes, and the match play people will get their prizes at the end of the rounds, which we take the best four who to get recognized. I play basketball actively. There are two sports I play actively, that is golf and basketball. For me, basketball is actually my way of getting fitness. So the rapid running and short bursts, I love that. It keeps my weight down. It keeps my just general fitness. So for me, basketball, I play socially. I'm part of a social club called No Country for Old Men. So that one is about people who play in that club are people who are, they're in their 20s or 30s anymore. We're in our 40s and above, really. So we still don't do what the 20-year-old would do, but we still get our run-ins and our cardio in. I love music. I love dance. I've always been a great fan of the dancing arts. Since I was a child, I got introduced to Michael Jackson, and Michael Jackson is the greatest, and I'm saying this confidently, the greatest performer. No one can compare to a performance. You could go, I've never experienced, of course, live, a show of Michael Jackson, but I have watched. I was introduced to the Thrillers and all these movies that we watched, Moonwalk and all these things. And he is an entertainer, the greatest entertainer in music ever to have lived, and no one comes close.
Well, Captain, do you cook sometimes?
Do I cook?
Sometimes.
Oh yes, I can cook. I can cook a deadly meal. You can ask my wife. I'm a very good cook. I would even say, I would dare say, I'm a better cook than her, though she cooks more than me. For me, cooking is a mood, though. It's a mood. When I get into the mood of cooking, I'm an experimental chef, if I might say that. So I like to experiment with flavors and things. So, but I like spicy food, yeah. As you can see, I am wearing Adidas head to toe. Once I'm wearing a brand, I'll wear it head to toe. That one is a given. However, there are two brands that I wear. I wear Adidas and Nike. My Nike love was, of course, brought about by my love and admiration for Tiger Woods and his game. And in our day, Tiger Woods was a force to reckon with, really. So I would get into Nike. But now, Adidas is more accessible. I still have many Adidas athletes that I look up to. But in the Nike part, I still, Rory McIlroy and whatever. But Adidas is a little bit more accessible. I would love to go to Scotland, of course, the home of golf. I would love to go to Scotland. I would love to go to the States and play golf there. I've been to those places, but not necessarily playing golf. When I started really doing my golf tours, because golf is a tourism game now, and that needs to be taken. It's attracting many people from out of Uganda to come, whether play golf in Uganda or all over the world, and we are starting to do that a lot. We're starting to do that a lot in Uganda, where we have our friends. We decide to. I think last year we went to Mombasa. We did Vipingo, and we did which other course was it? I forget the name. Sorry. But we're planning to do a lot of that in Rwanda. We have the club championship, so we'll be going to Rwanda as well. I think we'll be going to South Africa this year as well, and I think those are the ones we plan to do this year. Golf players, all the golfers, Entebbe Club is the place to be when it comes to golf. I know that Entebbe is away from the people who live in Kampala and may not manage to come here on a daily, but make it a point that when you're playing golf from UGC, because you can play golf from UGC during the week, you can play from Serena, you can go to Namulonge, but on Saturday, the destination is Entebbe Golf Club. Every day, work on your craft, work on your game from UGC, from Serena, from Namulonge. Those are the courses around Kampala, really. I've mentioned only those. But there are so many courses in Uganda. I love to go. I always have our annual event we go for Mayombo Open in Fort Portal. It's always a thing to go for. Kabale has, of course, I'll mention the Mutebile Memorial. So there are many courses, Jinja as well, Lugazi as well, which is going to host the Uganda Open as well. So let's have the golfers having a golf tour, because golf is a tourism sport. And this is something that needs to be recognized by our MPs. It needs to be recognized by Uganda Tourism Board, that golf is primarily now a tourism sport. There is no other sport that brings in as many tourists as golf does. We have people calling me from Nigeria saying, okay, on this day, please organize for us. You have people calling me from Ghana, people calling me from Portugal, people calling me from England and saying, hey, guys, we've heard about your courses, we want to come for a tour. And we've organized these things and they do come. So we are bringing in that tourism revenue. So it is time for Uganda and the people that matter to these things to recognize that golf is such a tourist sport.